Yes, arafo mamu nyina kwaba. Ede oba platform yi eso host Nana J. Ena woni me aboard impunipu. Me so na ede kanya wo de ba GH Messenger TV so a. Na wo de won sabo subscription button share video no. Se de be ya be reach woni bia onyanya bi enhwe ye. Arafo yetete asa na e papa ba akwa friend se Ken Ofori Atta, then former minister Assembly American. Ya ade se yetimu a ono so no du bi o man sika e wo so answer questions bi. Ena sisi amene ka se ya ade se ono so no America ena ote. Na NDC for sorry almost ko fana ba hiane ke se amene mo ka se e kamia ko se USA authorities nso no aba be expose it say NDC ni na banjon remani Mahama omutima na ye the report re April na black rest and so e din ko bi area fa chamba wutimi issue no yenti no so de na
to miss first day at Nsawam prison. All that happened. My brother, my sister, we have told you time and again that Wontumi will go to jail no matter what. No Obia man can save him. No witchcraft, no wizardry can save him. As we used to say in the days, he had crossed the Rubicon. And it was natural for the die to be cast as long as the Rubicon is crossed. This is Chairman Wontumi. Very arrogant guy. My brother, my sister, he came out of nothing into something, made so much money. My brother, my sister, by the age of 24, he said he already owned 2 huge story buildings in Kumasi. He was sentenced to 20 years in prison yesterday, and he was shocked. Even though NPP idiots are going round, my brother, my sister, saying that it had already come out that he was going to be sentenced to 20 years in prison. My brother, my sister, he was visibly shocked at the time that the judge, Justice Audrey Kokuvi-Tay, pronounced judgment on him. He looked left, then he looked right, and he wished the ground could open and swallow him into oblivion. But no, realism was a plaster on his forehead like the sign of Cain. My brother, my sister, this is Chairman Wontumi. Now, after the pronouncement, his lawyers walked out with their tails in between their legs. They have tried all kinds of legal tricks to be able to slow down the momentum of the trial. But the sitting judge stood her grounds and said no to any tarriness. My brother, my sister, he was driven all the way to Nsawam. And when he landed right there at Nsawam, he looked around, pinched himself several times, and told himself that what? He couldn't believe this. A man who is used to luxury, a man who has seen money, a man who has stolen from the state, a man who has destroyed the flora and fauna of the state selfishly for his own comfort, right now had entered into the wide gates of Nsawam prison. My brother, my sister, when he walked in there, they moved him straight to his cell. He was not supposed to go there with any big bag. He was only going in there with a Ghana must go. That is what is allowed. And when he went in there, this was what happened exactly when he got in there. He arrived around 5:45 p.m., 5:45. And when the gates were opened, he walked in there, and other prisoners were already in the yard. They started mentioning his name. That was when he saw the other side of reality. Come here. Watch this. Now, Chairman Wontumi having gone in there, they took him straight to what many people will call the VIP section. But the name is the Diagnostic Center. He went in there. Now, what is in there is different from the rest of the cells. Here, there is a fan, no air conditioning. But there is also a TV set connected to DSTV that you could watch Chelsea that you wanted to buy a few years back. You had the chance to watch animals in the wild like Pastor Mensa Otabil would. My brother, my sister, and his bed was a student-sized bed. The mattress was thin like this, as if 2 mosquitoes were going to sleep on that. With his heavy weight and huge body, oh my God. When he was pointed to the bunk bed, that this was going to be his bed, he went on his knees immediately and started to pray. My brother, my sister, tears welled his eyes, and he could be heard by officers say, "Oh, Irade, if this is my new home, give me the strength to be able to stay here." And tears welled up his eyes. Water started to come down. Chairman Wontumi was visibly shattered beyond comparison. My brother, my sister, his Ghana must go was on one side of the thing. Now, this diagnostic center can take up to about 50 people. It's bunk beds like student halls. He got in there, and it went all the way to 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Everyone was going to bed. Chairman Wontumi couldn't sleep. He turned his body left and right. He got up and prayed all the way to about 10 p.m. He tried to go back to bed again. Sleep eluded him. My brother, my sister, he tried to look through the window, but he could only look into the yard. And he realized that the whole place was very quiet, except a few crickets that made a lot of noise around, coupled with the guttural voices, the basic voices of a few toads. Chairman Wontumi shed more tears. He couldn't sleep the whole night. He was coughing. Chairman Wontumi, my brother, my sister, saw reality. He prayed and prayed and prayed. But that was just the first day. He has 19 years more and 364 1/4 days to go, if he's to go by all 20 years. We know that it's not up to that when we are dealing with the prison system. Early this morning, and this is where the news is. Dash it away and come here. Now, Chairman Wontumi, early this morning, started to complain that he was ill, very sick, and was shivering. They took him to the infirmary. That's another name for a clinic right there inside the Nsawam prison. And then he told the doctor that he was diabetic. I am diabetic. I am sick. I swear, if you leave me here, I'll die. Chairman Wontumi says he's diabetic. And if he's left in there for another 1 week, he would die in there. So they moved him from the diagnostic center all the way into the infirmary. I am a man of those years. Let me take you through exactly what the diagnostic center is. And you get to know exactly what it is. Run the doors here. And watch this. The Correctional Diagnostic Center at the Nsawam Medium Security Prison is a specialized assessment unit established with support from the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime to evaluate incoming inmates, individual risks, needs, and mental well-being. So Chairman Wontumi was taken there. When you go in there, they evaluate you. What is your mental condition? There are some kind of conditions that would not warrant you to be with just everybody. Do you have a disability? It would be very, very unfortunate to add a disabled person or a person with physical conditions like that to be put in there. So Chairman Wontumi was put in there. Now he's in the infirmary where there are only 4 people right now as we speak. Chairman Wontumi got in there. So he's in the clinic. As we speak right now, he says he's diabetic. They are running tests on him. At the end of the day, they will find out if he's truly diabetic. If he is, My brother, my sister, they would find a way of dealing with the situation. His chairman want to meet.
Yes, I don't first what you say. Not to say, ye chimo, chama won't finish no, ye onam no anonsi. Anonso odi, so what you say. Na young corn somebody be so ewa this answer no, and from ye to also the amamwa. Na come here, say, USA authorities so expose Ghana and penny for the entity no most of the name.
Uko US ya, me name I friend David Gadi, or United States of America Immigration Court. Na wadin sembi ababe tuja. Say na all can asem kenkan bi. Ose chem we de chema untumi ho adwen wo mti yankwai. Ya nkasa ye former finance minister Ken Ofori Atta. Ai na wa ye boni nti ye de ne beba ne ade. This is not the first time, we a second time US from paying for the abetuja say mo pese mo modern ko Ghana obi amfa bibia metu yanima e kire se mo pese mo extradite no anam pese mo ye de ni free US ebre mo Ghana ma mo di nasem besi ne obi antimi ama meka se enye nokre na kire se special prosecutor ne hwan ajaben ne nkrofo honom no wo mo bia ne wo mo ye adwuma bia yenkwe enne yin so ye da sori ya US court ne abetuja say Ken Ofori Atta book bi anase bibia ni we da na nima kire se waye boni bi etia Ghana prove bi ani we de aba wo mo ntumi mfa bibia me kire se papa na ye boni kese bi ntino ye de ne beko Ghana nti ono enam ne so ene yama Ken Ofori Atta permanent residence na chese ye man kwan se obetumi atena US ne nkwan na nyina ana time bia ope obetumi atena US adentia Ghana fo ni bibia tia no papa ne nye boni bia papa ne nto Ghana mre bia ena opanyini bia ne Ghana wode bibia beto wo manim se enu nti ye mfa ne mre Ghana fo na ana US fo munya akwa we mayen na ye nkobu naten enti ken ya papa chema untumi de ya be ya iguso e ka no na wo dwene we nso ho Ken Ofori Atta nye boni bia ne US court
yes, I don't first what they say that is we seen in someone if lead that side is rubber bunting into Tima Ken Ofori Atta according to USA authorities no or much sema bibia ni wa e wo echese Ken Ofori Atta aye boni bi Mr. Wontabe ube pie video we so a na wa wo so e de ama wonu bia onyanya bi enhweye e ma wura mfisa ube kan busunyoko no ho do nsabe boss subscription button no say de bia newly update bia ne so no e be rich wa so e makra mo bye bye.